Hey guys, it's me again. Today I'm going to be doing my deck profile on my zombies. A lot of people have been wondering what I've been playing. So,
what are you doing?
Doing a deck profile.
Okay. What is that?
This stack of cards here is like my my deck, and I'm showing it to other people. Showing other people my deck. Are you gonna sit and watch me do this, or?
I guess.
No, go away. This
Why?
is awkward. You're making it awkward.
Why is this awkward for me?
Because I'm showing a bunch of men my deck. My hard, firm deck. Are you okay with that?
Sure, why not?
Go watch your movie.
Okay.
Goodbye. Don't kiss me. Don't kiss me. They can hear you. Oh! Anyway. Stop. Alright, now that that's done with. Nothing like live shots. So that's like as bad as my girlfriend walking in on me masturbating, I think. What would be worse? Masturbating or what you just saw?
I would mind walking in on you masturbating.
Okay, that's enough. Hey guys, it's been a while. Welcome new subscribers. This is my first deck profile of the format of my own personal deck that I'm using. And I'm really excited because I'm having so much fun playing it. I was running Sabers earlier in the format and they just weren't really, I guess, deck profile worthy. I mean, Sabers are pretty standard, you know, 3 Ember's Blade, 3 Dark Soul, blah blah blah. And you know, they're not really too fun to do a deck profile on, which I found out doing a deck profile on GBs is really boring. And I think the one I did on GBs, I tried to make it interesting with music and stuff, and it was still like my least viewed video that I've put up. So essentially, I'm dabbling in the magic of the plant engine. I'm really having a good time with it. It makes the game a little bit more interesting to me because I get to think through my plays a little bit more, do a little number crunching on the fly. It's not so direct. 3 plus 3, 4 is equals 3. Not 3 plus 3 is 4. 3 plus 3, 6 star. Let's go for it. You can think ahead. You can make different cards different ways, and it's a lot of fun. I'm not running it with tour guides though. I'm not running it with Doppel or Junk or anything like that. I got the plant engine, I got Tengus, and the other engine I'm running it with is zombies. I feel like zombies kind of fit. It's October, Halloween's around the corner. I'm playing on my Resident Evil mat, and I'm going to go ahead and show you the deck. I'm having a blast with it, so bear with me. I'm going to try to explain this as best as I can, as quick as I can. 3 Goblin Zombies, really the heart of the zombie engine. Whenever it's sent from the field to the graveyard, whether it be by a synchro summon or a tribute or by battle or anything like that, you get to search through your deck for a zombie with 1200 or less defense and add it to your hand. And that is every zombie I play except for Pyramid Turtle. Oh my gosh, what a newbie move that was. So I'm running 3. He also has the effect when he deals battle damage, your opponent mills the top part of their deck, which sometimes can bite you in the ass, but most of the time you're not really attacking with him anyway, so it's not a huge deal. He is level 4, and he's just a good card. I love it. I get to maintain my hand advantage while making plays on the field, and it's just nice to have. Next, I am playing 2 Zombie Master. Zombie Master, once per turn, I can pitch a monster card in my hand, send it to the graveyard, and special summon a level 4 or lower zombie. This is good because I have a lot of cards in this deck that I don't mind pitching to the graveyard. Dandylion, Mezuki, cards like that. The tuners, Glow Up Bulb, Spore, and Plaguespreader. I don't care about, sending those to the graveyard. So I'm loving his effect. I pitch a card that I want in the graveyard anyway, and I pull out a level 4 zombie or lower zombie, and you know, I have an instant Roach, instant Utopia, or I bring out a tuner and I have a Trishula here. It's just a really nice card for the deck, and I'm running 2 of them. He's also got 1800 attack, so he's not nothing to really scoff at in the attack department. Next we have Mezuki. Mezuki allows big plays with zombies. say I do pitch him for Zombie Master, I now have him in the graveyard. And when he's in the graveyard, I can banish him to special summon a zombie. So, you know, I could pitch him for Zombie Master, bring out a little a Goblin Zombie, and then get a like a Spore out there somehow, or it's not Spore, a Glow Bulb. Go Trishula, whatever. Remove Mezuki, bring back that or that Zombie Master, and keep on going from there. Mezuki is really good. 1700 attack again. It's not anything to scoff at, and he's at 1, so we can only run 1. If we could run more zombies, I guarantee would be tier 1. You'd be seeing them everywhere, but we can only run 1 Mezuki, but I think that's pretty fair because he's so broke. Next is Pyramid Turtle. I'm in a love-hate relationship with this card. I don't like setting too much. I like quick, calculated plays, and setting a Pyramid Turtle and passing isn't really something I like to do, but he does search out every zombie I play, and he's level 4, so I can overlay into Utopia and rush with him, so not too bad. He's a recruiter, I'm sorry. I should probably tell you what he does. He searches out any zombie with 2,000 health defense and special summons it to the field. Next, everyone's favorite zombie, Plaguespreader. Good card. Get it in the graveyard. Or pull it out by stacking a card and, you know, just make your plays from there. You don't really need to explain Plaguespreader. And Spirit Reaper, the last zombie I'm running. Your classic wall, peels cards. Just a amazing card to be able to manipulate out of the graveyard with Zombie Master or search with Goblin Zombie. So those are the zombies that I am running. Next, we have the continued dark monsters I'm using. 1, Sangan. Sangan's amazing. He searches out a ton of cards in this deck. I'm not going to sit here and name them all, but we all know why he's good. We all know why he's here. So 1 Sangan. 1 Caius. Caius is just a great boss card. You tribute summon your Sangan or your Goblin Zombie. You pop one of their cards, get the search to your hand, 2400 attack. Caius is good. We all know why. Same thing with Gorz. Stops the OTK with Heavy Storm and Dark Hole out there. You're going to have a clear field more often than you probably like, and Gorz is good to have behind you. Next we have Dark Arm Dragon, and I would normally just be like, oh, Dark Arm Dragon running Dark. But we have so much manipulation, I just have to tell you guys, we have so much manipulation of the graveyard. This guy is rarely ever dead for me. I can manipulate the graveyard a number of different ways with this deck. I can make 3 darks in my graveyard at almost any point of the game if I need to, unless it's like super late and I have like 6 or 7 darks. It's really hard to manipulate that, but you know, I can add and subtract darks within 1 or 2 every turn, and it's just an awesome card. When you get him on the field, there's a reason why he was the boss card of a format a while ago, and there's a reason he's at 1. He's so good, and if you can manipulate that graveyard and the number of darks, you always run Dark Arm Dragon. Next is my kind of tech. I'm not sure if other people have done it, but it's something I was looking at and I was like, okay, I'm running darks, I'm running winds, and special summon himself out of the graveyard, okay? I know I don't want to remove my Tengus, I'd rather put them back in the deck with Pot of Avarice, but Dark Simorgh is a really interesting card because you can special summon them out of your hand by removing a wind and a dark from your graveyard, and you can special summon out of the graveyard by removing a wind and dark from your hand. So obviously we'd rather special summon him from our hand by removing the wind and the dark, but even if he's in there late game, even if we had to pitch him for a Zombie Master or 1-for-1, he's in their late game. We randomly pull out a Dark Simorgh and they can't set anything. If you guys didn't know, he's got 2700 attack, and when he's on the field, your opponent can't set traps, can't set monsters. It's a cool card. I really like teching just one of these in. He's worked pretty well for me so far, and I'm enjoying it. Next is Reborn Tengu. I'm running the plant engine. I feel like Tengu is staple when you're running the plant engine. It's plain and simple. The plays you can make with Tengu and the plant engine are undeniably powerful and can end games very quickly. I'm sorry, this card is too good not to run in a synchro deck. He's a staple, and there's not much else to really say about it. Next we have the rest of the plant engine. Bulb, Spore, Dandy, Lonefire, and Debris. I consider all those cards part of the plant engine. Spore and Debris are both wins for Dark Simorgh plays if I need to make them. The Spore gets used up, can't use its effect again. Remove them for, you know, a Dark Simorgh late game. So Don't really need to explain these guys. Dandy's awesome. These are all awesome cards, guys, and there's reason why plants exist. These cards are the plants that everyone talk about, except for, you know, he's a dragon. But it's really amazing how 4 cards can really just define a format and define decks. It's so much fun. These cards are so much fun playing with. I never thought I'd be saying that because I hated this. I hated the plant engine, and the reason why is because every time you looked at a deck list, it looked like someone just like took all the cards in Yu-Gi-Oh, threw them out on the floor, and they picked up 40, and that's what plant deck lists look like. They look like 40 random cards thrown together. Next, we have our last 3 monsters in the lineup. We have 2 effect veilers. Yeah, I'm a scrub. One of them's rare. If you notice, a lot of my cards aren't top rarity. I just had trouble enough putting them together. 2 veilers and a Blackluster Soldier. And you may be thinking, okay, so you're running Blackluster Soldier with 2 lights to be able to remove. What's up with that? You gotta understand that Utopia, Formula Synchron, and Armory Armor all lights, and I synchro summon at least, I special summon one of those at least every game. I guarantee you I special summon one of those every game. I've never drawn him and had him dead, so we are playing him. There's no reason not to. So that's it for the monsters. That's 25 monsters. That's the most I've ever run in any deck. Okay, next we'll go through the spells and traps really quick because they're not really too interesting. They're just spells and traps. Ones that are specific for the deck I'll kind of stop and talk about. MST, I'm running 2. Some people run 3. Some people run 1. I run 2, so I didn't do a 3rd. Book of Life, I'll talk about this. It's like a Monster Reborn for zombies, but I also get to remove a monster from my opponent's graveyard, so, you know, I bring back my Zombie Master and remove their global. It's a nice trade-off, isn't it? Next is Enemy Controller. We're dealing with tokens. We're dealing with monsters that we don't mind being sent to the graveyard. So, Econ. It blocks stuff, you steal stuff, it's awesome. Close Burial lets us manipulate the graveyard exactly what we needed in the graveyard at any given time. I find myself foolishing Dandylion a lot. Dandylion, any of the tuners I need at any point, and just a great card. And when you're running graveyard heavy reliant decks, is what I'm trying to say. Graveyard reliant decks. Foolish Burial is always nice. Pot of Avarice, we're synchroing. Save it. 1 for 1. Really the key to the deck. If you get this card early with like a Tengu or even like a Goblin Zombie, you're going to be looking at a very powerful field very quickly, and it's really hard to get past this. I found myself actually apologizing. I don't know if you guys realize this. I apologize to my opponents that don't really understand the play engine. You know, every once in a while you'll play a guy and he's, you know, running like Dark Arm, or not Dark Arm, he's running like Armed Dragons, and you're just kind of trying to play casually, and then you look up while you're doing your play and you're just like looking at their face and they have no idea what the fuck's going on. A lot of times it's right after you play this. Because again, we can pitch our Dandylion, we can pitch Mezuki, we can pitch cards that we already want in the graveyard anyway, and get the special summon. It's so broke. More just general stuff. I don't really need to talk about these. I will talk about Bottomless. I'm not going to lie to you and say, oh, well, I actually prefer Bottomless this format. Solemn Warning just isn't doing it for me. No, I'd rather have Solemn Warnings. The thing is, I sold mine when they were before the tins were announced, anticipating the tins, and now I'm just holding out until I get the tin ones. Sorry. If you think that's scrubby, I'm sorry. Torrential, Call the Haunted, and Solemn Judgment. That rounds out the deck. Not many traps. This deck is pure speed, setting, and all that jazz isn't really what I want to do. I don't want to get hit by heavy storms. I'd like your MSTs to be dead if at all possible. I'd like to make my plays on the field, get them done, and kind of smile and look up at you. I know saying that, oh, well, setting traps is bad. You guys are probably saying, wow, that's bad Yu-Gi-Oh! I'm not trying to say that setting traps are bad. That kind of came out the wrong way. What I'm saying is that a lot of decks are spell heavy and monster heavy this format, and not very trap reliant, just because of we're trying not to rely on the traps as much because of the 3 MSTs and the heavy storm. I wasn't trying to say anything more than that. We'll go over my extra deck real quick. I want to keep this under 15 minutes if I can. So Trishula, we can make Trishula real easy. Zombie Master, pitch Glow Up Bulb for Goblin Zombie in the graveyard, mill for Glow Up Bulb, instant Trishula. That's just one of the many ways to make Trishula in this deck. And I do want to talk about this real quick. Mistworm, sometimes Mistworm is the correct answer, guys. You don't always have to go for Trishula when you can make her. I see people, as soon as they see the numbers add up, I can make Trishula, Trish, and then they like, after they're done with their Trishula play, they're still looking at like 2 more monsters that can kill Trishula or deal with Trishula next turn. And it's just like, shouldn't you just bounce that shit? So, no one to go for Mistworm, and no one to go for Trishula. Don't always just assume Trishula because she's a badass card. Scrap Dragon, staple level 8. So is Stardust. Look at the Scruppy Stardust. Turbo Pack Stardust. 1 messed up Black Rose Dragon. Stable, running Debris, and we can make 7 a few different ways. So Gaia Knight, not a very popular choice, but I like having a beat stick in the 6-star range, so it's gonna be Gaia Knight since Guayo's gone. Revive King Hades, I attack your Tengu. The Revive King negates his effect and shuts it off for the rest of the duel. So Tengu's Treeborn Frogs, I shut off for the rest of the duel, I attack it, it sits in the graveyard, it doesn't come back out, ever. It negates it, straight up. That's just how this card works. It's got 2450 attack, so it gets over all the Monarchs, so really cool card. I'm running one in those just in case situations where I'm looking at a Tengu and I don't want you to open up the rest of your deck and get more Tengus, but he does require a zombie and a Plaguespreader, so he's not the easiest card to bring out. He's very situational. If I were to cut out a card, it'd probably be him, but he's not bad either. 1 Brio, you know, again, we're pitching cards that we want in the graveyard anyway and bouncing. It's sexy. Hyper Librarian. As you're kicking your opponent's ass by chain syncering, you're getting cards back in your hand. Are you fucking kidding me? It's amazing. Catastor. Army Arm. Formula Synchron. 2 Utopias. I make these guys all the time. Love this card. And 1 Roach. A card I think is a little overrated, but I do want to have an option to make if the situation calls for it. So that is the zombie plant. If you guys have any questions, please feel free to comment below. Send me a message. Whatever. And until next time, guys. Thanks. Oh, I hit my fucking camera. Oh. My camera's not shutting off. I'm just gonna leave this in the video. I don't even fucking care.